Hey, what's up guys? I'm Ryan from American Trucks, and today I'm here with the Barricade Extreme HD front bumper fitting your 2015 to 2017 F150, excluding the Raptor models. This is going to be for the F150 owner that's looking to change up the appearance of their truck and wants the protection of a heavy-duty full-width front bumper. This bumper is going to add a ton of strength and protection to the front end, making it perfect for street and trail use. Its aggressive angular design is going to provide a little more clearance in front of those wheels, giving you better approach angles and allowing you to drive your wheel up on top of any obstacles that you may encounter on the trails. This bumper is made from heavy-duty steel for strength and has a black powder coating that's going to provide corrosion resistance. This bumper has provisions for a front-mounted license plate as well as the EcoBoost models, allowing a little extra airflow to that intercooler, and it even allows you to mount additional lighting if you'd like to upgrade in the future. This bumper is designed to be a direct bolt-on and swaps out easily with your factory bumper, reusing all that factory hardware and mounting holes so there's no drilling or modification required. This bumper is reasonably priced on the site as far as these bumpers go in this style, and at just around $700. I think this is a great buy considering the construction, fitment, and quality that you're getting with this particular item. As far as install goes, I am going to give this 1 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter, as you can install this in about 2 hours using basic hand tools. Now with that being said, let's hop into our install. Tools required for this install: an impact, 3/8 drive ratchet, 21mm socket deep, 21mm socket shallow, socket extension, and a trim panel removal tool. So to start, we'll need to remove our factory bumper, which is a relatively easy uninstall. There's about 6 nuts total that are holding this on, and we need to unplug our factory fog lights. So we're going to go underneath the truck and start with the 2 on the backside. So on the outside of your frame rail, on the backside, on both frame rails, you're going to have a nut and a stud. You're going to use a 21mm socket to remove that nut. And you do the same thing on the other side. So after you get both of the nuts off of the backside, we're going to disconnect both of our fog lights. You're going to pull back on these black tabs and then just unplug that. We're going to unplug the other side, and then we can remove the nuts from the front side of the bumper. So the next thing we have to do is remove this black plastic cover. Now you can do that with a trim panel removal tool, or you can just pry on this thing out. It's just held in with metal clips. So we're going to go along and free this, get this panel off. Once you get that cover off, you're going to have 2 nuts on both sides. You're going to use a 21mm socket to get those out. And before we get the last nut off, we're going to make sure that we have a hand on the bumper as it's ready to come off. Once you get all that hardware off, we can pull the bumper off. So before we get this bumper installed, I'd like to take a moment to tell you a little bit about what this bumper is made of, what it's going to do for your truck, and how it compares to your stock one. Now the stock one is made of steel, and aesthetically it's very pleasing. I think that it's a very good looking bumper. But if you're looking for something that's a little more aggressive, a little stronger, and more functional, you want to look at an aftermarket option such as this Barricade bumper. Now, this bumper is made of heavy-duty steel plating, and just like your stock one, it is full width. So it's going to be a lot stronger than the stock one. It's also going to give you that full frontal protection. Now this has a textured black powder coating that's going to give your truck an aggressive look, and it's also going to protect your investment from the elements. Now this bumper is going to provide you with a little more clearance than your factory bumper, allowing for better approach angles and letting you drive that wheel up onto any obstacle that you may come across on the trails. Now we are removing our factory bumper with our fog lights, and although this bumper does not come with fog lights, it allows the addition of a 20-inch light bar in the middle, and it actually has 3 slots on both sides, allowing you to mount additional cube lights. Another thing I would like to mention is if you have an EcoBoost model, there are these removable plates on the front. You can take those off and allow a little extra airflow to your intercooler. Now this bumper is designed to be a direct bolt-on, and it even reuses the factory hardware and mounting points. So with that being said, let's show you how this gets installed and what it looks like on your truck. So at this point in time, we're ready to install this bumper. Now I would recommend to stage your hardware so it's ready to get that on when we get the bumper installed, and to grab a friend to help you pick it up. So we're going to do the top 2 studs sticking out of the top of the frame rail. We're going to install those factory nuts back on there. And for this hole down here, the 3rd hole in this bracket, you'll need to remove this little bolt plate out of your factory bumper. This is relatively easy to do, and we're going to reinstall it from the back side. We'll tilt this bumper and get that factory nut back on there. Then you do the same thing for the other side. So we're going to start with the 2 top studs, reinstalling those factory nuts. So since your bumper is slotted from side to side and your frame rail is slotted up and down, you want to adjust this bumper to where you would like it and then tighten everything up with a 21mm socket. So after you're all done installing this bumper, you'll want to take those fog light harnesses and just zip tie them up and out of the way. However, that's going to wrap up my review and install. For more videos like this, check us out at AmericanTrucks.com.